Welcome back, it's me, Lou, and I'm here for another haul. Alright, so today is, I think, June 23rd or 24th. It's actually a Wednesday. It's been a while since I've done one of these haul videos, and I actually went on a small little shopping spree because it's kind of been a while. Alright, so this one's a little bit different. I kind of did a mixed bag. It's not only toys, I also did some video games, and we're going to take a look at those right now. Alright, so first up, let's see what I got. I got these at a not toy store. There's a used collectible video game store in my area called Tony's Treasures. They have two locations, one out in Chicago and one out here in the burbs in Schaumburg. And here are some of the games I grabbed. First up, this one costed me a pretty penny. This was $75. It's Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the Super Nintendo. This game came out in the mid to late 90s, and even though $75 sounds like a lot, which it is, even back then, this game came out for a pretty penny. If I remember correctly, I think this game might have retailed close to like $60 or $70, even back in the day. This cart is loose, there's no box, no instructions, but this is something I've been wanting in my collection forever. I'm kind of on this retro video game collecting kick right now, and this is something that's been on my wish list for the longest time. The game isn't perfect. You know, anyone that's played it knows it's kind of flawed, but it was a very ambitious attempt by Capcom to port over the arcade game onto the SNES. And I feel this is just kind of like a piece of video game history, especially if you're a fighting game fan, which I am. Up next, I grabbed this. This is Gradius 3 on the Super Famicom. I paid $11 for it. So this is the Japanese version of Gradius, not the American one. I remember playing this game way back in the day. My brother and I, we rented it at a local rental store, maybe like a Blockbuster or something like that. And, you know, Gradius was kind of like one of the defining shooters way back when in the 16-bit era. Another game I grabbed was this. We have Alien 3 on the Sega Genesis. I got this for $15. So I couldn't remember which version I liked more, if I liked the Genesis version or the Super Nintendo. Either way, they're both great games, and this is something I had in my collection a lifetime ago, but there was a certain period of time when my brother and I, we were like kind of like selling a lot of our older 16-bit video games to like further our addiction to like the next gen consoles and even like the old school Neo Geo. But yeah, I'm really stoked to add this back to my collection. A very fun game. These next two games are a little bit more unique. These are from Japan. They're from this way I'm trying to think. I had like a brain fart for a second. All right, so way back when, these never saw a release stateside. These were strictly released, I believe, only in Asia and in Japanese markets. The first thing we have here is Mobile Suit Gundam Zenpin, and I believe this is a side scroller. I got this for $13. I'm kind of on this Gundam kick right now with the model kits and the action figures, and I've been watching some of the anime, and I don't know, there's just something about these older games that just really fascinate me. The box art's kind of neat. So yeah, this is a side scroller, I believe. It's either a side scroller or a vertical shooter. I can't remember. Next we have Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story, and this is the third game in the trilogy. The nice thing with this game is that I believe you do not have to understand or be able to read Japanese in order to play it. This is a first-person game, if I remember that correctly. I think you just pilot a mobile suit and you just like shoot all the bad guys. The box art really pulled me in. You know, I think this is great artwork for the insert. And yeah, this looks pretty neat. Trying to identify which mobile suit this is. All right, so after that, I went to Wax Packs Records and Toys in Roselle, Illinois, and I grabbed some toys while I was out there. Again, I'm still on this weird Gundam kick. I got this used a model kit that someone already assembled. This is, I believe, the Unicorn mobile suit from Gundam. It's slightly larger. It's not the, I believe this is the 1/100th scale model kit, I think. The previous owner did a pretty good job putting it together. So it's like one of those deals where, you know, I got it for, I think maybe like a little under $10. And then lastly, I got this. This is an older Gundam model kit from, I think, early 2000s. Gundam Astray. It's from Gundam Seed, the 00 red. This is 1/144th scale. I just like the color scheme a lot, because so much with Gundam, you know, this iconic RX-78 with the blue and the white and the yellow and the red. That's the one everyone kind of associates Gundam with. So for me, I always kind of gravitate sometimes towards the mobile suits that are kind of a little bit more unconventional in their color schemes. And there's just something about this red and white one that looks really striking. Yeah, so it's an older kit, and here are all the runners. And I think the instructions are still here too. Are they? Hopefully they are. Yeah, the instructions are it's pretty neat. They're printed on the inside of the box. So yeah, this is a much older kit. I'm not sure if they listed dates. Yeah, I can't find a date on here. Oh, 2002, I think. Yeah, so this is a much older kit. You know, the older Gundam kits, you know, not that they're bad, but by today's standards, the engineering on today's kits is just amazing. My brother kind of got me into Gunpla, and watching him build the kits, it's just like the stuff they could do now as opposed to back then is just it's like a great feat of like human engineering. All right, so yeah, this is kind of my haul. It's very random, you know, some video games, some model kits, some toys. All right, so let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.